Hello, Tud Buds. Hannah here. We are 1 week away from our season 7 release. We will be back with brand new episodes next week. We are so excited for season 7. We have been working a little bit ahead, which means we already know what is to come in this season, and you guys are just going to love it. And for our final week of this break before we get into season 7, we are going to share in this episode some of mine and Emily's most unhinged moments in past episodes. We are going to revisit in this episode some cringy times, some fun times, some awkward times. It's going to be a great episode. We hope you enjoy this one, and we cannot wait to see you with brand new content next week. This one is so funny. Oh my gosh.
I was cackling.
This one was so funny. They ended up deleting it. Or I think I blocked them, one of the two, because I think they were the one that were in my comments for like 24 hours straight. Insane.
A fan.
Insane. Yeah. Fan behavior. Oh my gosh. This one we don't have a lot to say about in terms of nutrition. It's just hilarious, which, okay, I'll spit it out. So the comment says, noticing it's all women hating on keto in the comments. Seems possible that men do much better, and that much meat is hard on women.
Like, bro.
It's so good.
What?
It's so good.
You typed that out and
so
you're like, yes.
That much meat is hard on women. First of all, they did not get the innuendo there. Like, that's hilarious. But also, that's the misogyny is just like oozing out of this.
It's like, I'm like, what is happening here?
Like, they somehow turned keto into like this sexist thing where
how did this diet is better for men because we metabolize meat better than
men eat meat. Women eat nuts. So stupid. Us women are just foraging and getting our nuts. I was thinking of
like the gatherer and hunter.
Yeah.
Is this a caveman?
Oh yeah, a caveman was in my comments. Wow. How'd they get a phone? Cavemen are really advanced these days.
Misogynist, a caveman.
We
love it.
So bad. Okay, that's all on that one. Nothing nutrition wise.
Can't obviously really say anything else.
Women can definitely tolerate dietary meat just fine. Yeah. You can eat meat if you're a woman. My God. Never thought I'd say that. Okay, our next thing to do instead of doing a detox, which, by the way, we're saying these things like if you feel the need to go on a detox, which is typically because you like maybe overate, it's been like a holiday or vacation, maybe you think that you should go on a detox, but instead do these things in place of that. Mm-hmm. So the next one is to find joyful movement to help with blood flow and regulating bowel movements, because like we said, pooping is a great way to detox. It's why we poop, is to get rid of like what our body does not need, just gets things out of there. And finding movement that you enjoy and being consistent with that can help you to have those more regular BMs.
We love regular BMs here.
I love poop talk.
Yeah.
Patients are always like, this is TMI, I know, but they like talk about their poop. I'm like, I literally am thriving right now. Let's like keep talking about your poop.
We talk about poop to every single person.
Yeah.
We like I like to think we hold a safe space where they're like, I can say anything about my poop and they'll be and we will not judge.
Color, intensity. I've heard it all.
Yes,
exactly. That's what I always tell them. I'm always like, I've heard it all on these 4 walls. You can't surprise me. Just let me know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly that. Okay, let's do the next one. I will be the Aunt Karen because Aunt Karen's the meanie for all of these. So Hannah, I haven't seen you since 4th of July. It's been so many months and it looks like you gained a little bit of weight. Are you doing okay?
I would just really appreciate it if we didn't comment on my body. There are way more interesting things we could discuss. Actually, since the 4th of July, I've ran 6 marathons. I ran for president.
Oh my God.
I found the cure for cancer. So I feel like my body is the least interesting thing about me at this time.
You know what? You're right. You're going to change lives. President Hannah, cancer curer, marathoner.
6 marathons in like 5 months.
You're right. That is, being the president might be a little bit more interesting than your weight.
The first female president at the ripe age of 25.
And we don't need any type of cancer treatment anymore because you cured it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Longevity of humans just went up by like 30 years.
Yeah. I'm up 3 pant sizes, but cancer's cured.
Scene.
Okay. I know at that one I was being a little silly and dramatic like I usually am. But you can seriously just like switch the topic, like talk about other things.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea to talk about like what you like obviously non-body things like going on, like the functional victory of running a marathon, but also like the educational victory of curing cancer. And then the like, I don't even know if any of us have political victories in mind, but political victory of winning.
That's the last I would ever want in my entire life to be president. I would rather, I don't know what's worse. I can't think of anything. I would rather be an astronaut, which also would be
not bad,
than be president.
I feel like astronaut being fun.
Oh my God. Going into like a place where there's like literally no end, like there's no boundaries. The ocean and space.
The ocean is scary.
Scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
What scares you more, the ocean or space?
The ocean.
Really? I asked Ross and he said space because there's like no end to it.
I feel like only because if something were to sneak up on me in space, I'd accept it because I'm sure there's got to be aliens out there. There's no way we're the only things that are alive.
Oh my gosh.
Water, I don't like not being able to see.
No. It's like so dark down there. Ross and I always watch YouTube videos of the ocean.
Why would you do
I don't know why. It's so scary.
I literally swipe away on TikTok. I get so scared.
Or like the big waves. Oh.
No.
So yeah, I would either be an oceanographer. Is that the word? Or
microbiologist.
Yeah. Before I would be the president. Running a country with my non-confrontational personality, can you imagine? I'd be like, take us over. I don't care. You own America now. You earned it.
I would hate the popularity contest part of it, where like you have to like win all these people over. I'd be like, I don't like you. I don't care if you don't like me. But you can't say that.
No, you obviously want to get votes.
Yeah. Pudding or Jello cups are super easy as well. The pudding's one that also I'm like, how does that work? But you know, I'm not one to question the science.
Oh no, I'm happy that we live in a world where I can keep pudding out for months and it's not going to go bad. Like, wow, I love this life.
Yeah, but what a crazy world we live in.
I know.
It's really great if we have like a zombie apocalypse and we need food.
You're opening a can of worms. Ross does not listen to this, so that's good. He is going through a phase right now where he is like scared that like the world's gonna end, and so he bought like some of those like military meals. Yeah. Like just like one day at work, he like ordered them on Amazon and like they came to the house, and I was like,
him and Amazon.
I know he's like an Amazon junkie. He's the reason why Jeff Bezos is a billionaire.
He's keeping him in business.
Yeah. Him and him.
Not that Jeff needs help.
But like,
what?
Yeah. He's like prepared. I like,
did something
like, won't tell me why. I'm like,
because I was gonna say like lockdown freaked people out.
Yeah.
But
this was like
that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So now we have stuff like come over to my house when we get to the zombie apocalypse. We have some snacks. Not very much. You didn't get that much. Probably enough for the two of us to last for like a week or two.
I was gonna say how much.
Maybe don't take my stuff. Actually, stay away. But
That's crazy.
he like won't tell me what it is, like why he like all of a sudden like had this like urgency to do that. And then like he like called me that day before I knew he ordered it, and he was like, I'm just like, I'm working on getting some stuff for us in case we need it. Like we got flashlights. Like I'm like, what did you see on TikTok that like made you nervous that we're gonna get eaten up by zombies?
That's
And
so
then
wild.
I don't think this girl at work that'll listen to this either. One of the girls at work last week was saying the same stuff. She
There
was like,
has to be something going on.
I know. I'm like, what am I not getting? What am I missing? She's like, I don't know. I don't have a reason to say this, but like I had this like feeling that like the world's gonna end or something. And what's so funny is like her and Ross, we've always joked for the last like 3 years are the same person. It's kind of funny. Kind of like you actually too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have so many similarities. It's so weird. Um, I it's so funny. Like everyone I befriend is basically also Ross. I
You
have
have a
type.
specific type.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is.
They had to have seen something.
I know. I know you don't just like think about that unless you have a reason to.
Something sparks that. Like,
Right.
tell them to get pudding.
Yeah. We need some
Jell-O
pudding and
cups.
some protein shakes.
You can get some popcorn, pretzels, nuts, seeds.
I don't even know what
this
he
is
got. I didn't
actually
even
a
look at it.
survival list. This isn't a travel convenience.
That's true. We're preparing you guys for the zombie apocalypse. How to be an intuitive eater during the end of the world.
We should do an episode on that. Like if the
Ooh, we
world
like an
to
April
end,
Fools. We could do like an
even
April
though we're
Fool's
spoiling
episode.
it now.
Yeah, skip this part. We can cut it out.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I've got stuff. I don't know what he bought. I need to look and see like what the food is. It's probably nasty. But I think it lasts for
I
like
was gonna
25
say you
years.
should do a taste test, but I don't know if he'd be happy if you taste tested his zombie
No, because then what
apocalypse
if the
food.
apocalypse happens?
Right? And you could be down a meal that could have kept you alive.
I know.
Or giving you enough energy to run away from the zombies.
Yeah.
Don't skip meals because the zombies will get you otherwise.
You need those calories to beat up some zombies.
Yes.
That actually does scare me. I don't know if zombies are real. I don't even know. I don't know my thoughts on that. Zombies and ghosts and all that. I don't know, but that'd be terrible.
We talked about this last episode, but I'm all team aliens.
Alien?
I'm very much team aliens
I
because
could-
there's
I
no
haven't
way.
done the research, but I agree.
There's just like no way us humans, like there's no way us as a species, like look how we're handling life right now and we're alive.
No, we
There's
can't
gotta
be
be
like
someone smarter than us.
no. Yeah, we cannot be the like the top of the totem pole. Like
There's no way. We're probably at the bottom.
yeah, that's so crazy.
Bobby and I talk about this. We're like, what if the insects or like something like comes together and turns against humans? Do you know how easy like bugs in the world or like
I mean, they outnumber us by I don't even know how much.
Yeah, they
like,
just
I'm
need
sure
to
a lot.
like figure it out and we're easily outnumbered. And that's just here.
Yeah, on stupid Earth, there's so many other planets.
Yeah. I don't know about zombies. I haven't really put that much thought into it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know about those because I don't know much about it.
No.
But like the whole idea is like you just die and come back as a zombie, right?
No, I thought you have to get bitten or like you have like you have to have like in the sickness.
Oh yeah. So where'd the idea come from? Like, has there ever been a zombie before, or someone just like create that as like a mythical thing?
I don't know.
And like, why are we running with it so much?
Why do we make so many movies about it?
Right. And like, why are we all kind of nervous about a zombie apocalypse?
I mean, it's kind of like pandemic like where there was a sickness that went around. And then in our case, our current life, hope there isn't another one because I don't want to go through that all over again. In our case, it was respiratory related that led to sometimes death, but it could easily be, oh my gosh. Okay, we're going off tangent, but I need
know
to
what they
share
got
this.
into today. It's fine.
One of my friends that you also know from Purdue, they had like grad school project where they had to like develop a virus, but explain the entire methodology of it from a biochemistry standpoint. So like this person's very smart, obviously, but they created a virus that mimicked rabies, and it was respiratory. It was transferred airborne, and I forget what else it was, but it was like zombie like, but with rabies. And they somehow created it like virus wise and explained the entire pathology of it, where like it could make sense. And I'm like, what if people are doing that?
And if it's like airborne, like an airborne zombie disease,
It's over for all of
like
us.
you just breathe it in and then you're a zombie. Or like, what are the symptoms? Like pre-zombie symptoms, where like you're kind of a human, kind of a zombie.
When do you become a zombie?
Like before you die, like
Is it the
when you're just
symptoms
like
that
suffering
determine?
through it. Yeah. And like if she could create that, like that could
Yeah.
like be made. Oh, we're screwed. Ross is on to something.
Maybe
I married a smart man.
I don't want to talk about his business too much because some people are like, oh, you're just upset he's rich. No. When he was bringing up all the stats about his businesses, why would we believe him if he's already like lied
That's
about
true.
this?
That's true. Yeah. Like who's fact checking that?
Like nothing.
Like we could easily say we
He's,
have $100 million business.
yeah.
We do. No, we don't. Not yet anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm so glad you have confidence in our business that we're running together, Emily.
Our $100 million business.
Yeah. I don't really know of any $100 million podcasts, but we have more to offer than just the podcast.
That's
Check out our
true.
course.
There we go.
That was seamless.
But yeah, I will note, I found some entertainment in reading the comments on his TikToks and his YouTube video. And the people are not on his side.
I know. I wonder if there are some, like you said last week, but maybe they're just like hidden because all the people who are like bashing him are getting the most likes on their comments. And so they're
That's
going
what
to
I
the
feel.
top.
I feel like it's like the trend. You know how sometimes it's like trend to hate someone, which is like not very toxic of social media.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's the trend right now.
Yeah. Like, did you ever watch? Her name's Michaela. I don't know her last name. The girl with the really thick Boston accent on TikTok, the makeup artist. She was like, she's the one that had the quote that I haven't looked too much into it myself, so I don't want to be wrong on this, but she's the one that said, in some context, that try being an influencer for a day.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
since 5 p.m.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
It was a trend for like a week or two, if not longer, to like hate her. And she like hasn't been back in a while on TikTok.
Yeah, because people are mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, to some extent, yes, people should be held accountable, but like there's a way to go about it without just straight up being a bully.
Right. And from my understanding, which again, could be wrong, that quote was like way out of context.
Yeah.
But still, either way, there's just no need to be that.
No.
Extreme.
No. So let's wrap it up. And essentially, this did not feel like an apology. It felt like him trying to like lessen the damage and also just tell us how rich he is.
And let us know how much good he is doing for the young boys.
Yeah. He's really out there fighting for them.
Because he himself, he didn't say eating disorder, but has an eating disorder.
Yeah. And like, we don't care about what he's doing with his body. Like, we are strong advocates of your body, your choice. But we also care about honesty and truth. And lying about your body to use it as a marketing tactic, especially if you actually do have a $100 million business, and liver can definitely influence that. That's a no-no, not a grade.
Like if I was taking steroids and I lied about me taking them, and I It had nothing to do with my business at all. It would for mine because I'm a dietitian. So it unfortunately would play a big role because I would get more trust if I was ripped. It's just how the industry works, unfortunately. But like if I was like, I don't know, I guess my
I'm
point.
I'm thinking of you taking steroids and saying that intuitive eating made you look like this. Like you too can look like this, guys.
If you just honor your hunger and fullness, you will get muscle bellies that are so big. Oh my God. But no, like I'm saying, like if I had a totally separate, if I was like an accountant, like an actual accountant, not what accountant stands for on the internet, an actual accountant, and I was taking steroids and I lied about it, if someone asked, it probably wouldn't influence my accounting position all that much.
No.
But like him, it's very like they're tied together. His business that he is very profitable in, apparently, and the lie that he was telling.
Yes. So, all in all,
it's a no from us.
Not a 0 out of 10 apology. I do not accept it. Actually, I personally don't accept the apology.
I don't accept. Vetoed. Back to whatever branch makes the law or whatever it is.
Come back and redo it. Like,
yeah.
Go back. These are our notes. Take our notes and go back.
That's funny.
Let's get into, we've already kind of talked about why it's problematic, but let's get into the specifics if you want a nice list right now.
We're big into lists.
So the first one being, if we don't like something or like the way our body looks, feels, or fits in clothes, aka that checking point, because we're looking at something and criticizing that part, this can lead to thoughts of shame, anxiety, and guilt about our bodies. And this just really reinforces the idea that there's something wrong, quote unquote, with us, and we aren't doing enough to take care of ourselves, which is just not the case, because no one has the right body and no one has wrong bodies or like anything wrong with their body. There's so much more that this is just where like, when you, what's the phrase when you beat like a dead record? Is that it?
You just combine two different things. Beat a dead record. It's broken record and beat a dead horse.
That makes sense.
Beat a dead record. That's amazing.
Well, wait.
Oh man.
We're gonna beat the dead horse and we're gonna sound like a broken record.
Oh, it's so good.
What was I saying?
I don't even know.
That took all my brain power.
Did you hear my laugh? I'm gonna like regret when I have to like edit this episode and I hear that back.
I don't think we've ever heard that.
That was an appropriate reaction though, because that was hilarious.
Thank you.
When we're hungry, that's our body's way. Like we get signals when we're hungry, that's our body's way of saying it like needs more calories. When we're satisfied, it means that we can stop eating, and then it will repeat when it needs more energy. Like our body, it's handling it. You can back off, focus on other things like managing your stress and getting enough sleep and meal planning so you can eat enough, like all those things.
Yeah. And especially if you're stressed about even gauging those hunger and fullness cues, they might be like have been disrupted and affected by dieting too. So like you can't trust them. Luckily, we have lots of resources. So definitely, I don't know if we have a blog post on this, but we definitely talk about it in our course. So check out our course where you can go a little bit more into that. But your body, when you came out of the womb, I'm like, most people come out.
You can't just say womb and then stop talking.
I like stopped. I was like, we all come out of the womb, right?
Yeah. That's like, is that just the term for like the uterus? Is that the womb?
I'm thinking about more like if like, because like surrogates, you come out as someone else, but like you're always coming out. This is like
where are you going with this?
This does not matter right now. Anyway, when you were born,
existed,
your body new knows what it's doing. And it's just, it might be a matter of just regaining that trust with it. But
yeah,
from a metabolism standpoint, we're good. Let's focus on those other things we can control, like sleep. Are you managing your stress? Are you actually managing your stress? Don't just say you are.
Let me ask you again.
Let's think about this. It's a good reflection period.
I mean, I've heard of this, but I didn't really understand the point of it. I did not realize Emily put in our notes that it's to cure depression.
Yeah.
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
Oh
I don't
my
know when this
gosh.
happens though. I didn't find a timestamp on it, but I think it's the past 8 years, maybe. I don't know. Time has been flying by though, so it's probably more than that.
I know.
But they had, if you're not familiar, Goop had this controversy where there was this jade egg product that you were supposed to put up your vagina and it would cure depression because it claimed to balance hormones and regulate menstrual cycles.
Okay, I have so many questions. How big is it? Does it stay in there? How do you get it out? Do you just like put it in for a little bit and then like you sit with it? I don't understand.
How big is this?
I know the technicalities of this.
I think it's like this big.
Oh my gosh, a yoni egg. Oh my gosh. So there's like other brands that are like duping it.
Yeah. They look kind of, I wouldn't say small. Okay, my first concern is so smooth. How do you get that out?
That's what I'm saying. Like it would just like get sucked up in there.
No wonder she got sued.
Oh, she has instructions on how to use it on the website.
It's still on the website?
Yeah. It is non-refundable. I would sure hope so.
Okay.
Oh,
Give
wait.
me some.
I got the dimensions. It is 1.57 inches long and 1.18 inches wide.
Okay, so it's kind of.
Okay. Eggs are pre-drilled for string add-on. You have to add your own string. We recommend using unwaxed dental floss.
It won't even pay for your string.
No, but they do recommend using it. So that answers that question that I had.
Okay. $66.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
we sound like a bird. Hold on. These instructions. So you wash the egg, you place it in hot water for 10 minutes, you let it cool, you stick the egg up your vagina like you would with a tampon, quote. Then the slightly larger side of the eggs goes in first. Work your pelvic floor. Quote, feel the connection with your body by squeezing and releasing the egg. It says you might begin with a 10 to 15 minute session. Build up a practice if it brings joy and well-being to you. Until next time, clean your egg after use. Keep it in or on a space that is sacred to you or has
good vibes. Keep your vagina egg in a place that has good vibes. That is key to this mental depression being cured by this egg. If you store your egg in a place with bad vibes, you will still have depression.
What? We're like chickens.
We're like chickens. Guys, it was like the size of a monkey, and I'm not even kidding.
No, it was huge.
It's a TikTok video, so who knows the realisticness.
I've seen a lot of spiders in Australia on TikTok, and
like the webs. Have you like seen all the videos of the webs? Like the whole landscape is just white.
They could take us out. If they got together and turning into humans, they could definitely take us out.
We'd be screwed. I think about how I have like a wild animal in my house all the time with Finn. How I just like adopted a wild animal. He could just like turn on me at any time.
His Finn is gonna. Benny is just what I imagine a wild like dog.
The most gentle, loving creature I've ever met. But I always think about that. And I always tell Ross, like, we have a wild animal in our bed right now. He could turn if he
He
decided
could.
he could kill
If
us.
he got mad one day, he could definitely take you guys out.
But he literally loves us so much. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But it's still scary.
It is. But that could be said the same about Ross.
That's true.
You have a
or me. I mean, I could be a murderer too, for all we know. You got to pick them right. That goes for your animals and your spouse.
Yeah. Lots of wild animals just running around.
Oh, someone DM'd me a video of how to prepare a kangaroo tail. So we'll have that for when we want to eat that. Yeah, I guess they eat them. It was
I don't know
kind of
I want to
morbid.
eat kangaroos.
I know, they're so cute.
They're so cute.
So are cows and pigs, and I happily eat those. So
that's true. We'll see. I wouldn't mind alligator. I feel like
alligators.
I feel like they have those,
Oh,
or
I'm sure.
crocodiles.
One of
They're
the
probably
two.
giant. They're probably like 50 feet long.
And I hate them. I think they all should be dead. So I'd be happy to eat those.
Oh my god!
I want alligators to go extinct. They're scary.
They are very scary and very fast.
Yeah. They're like little legs.
Yeah.
Wow. I think what we've learned today is that we are both kind of terrified of wildlife.
Despite how much we both like the outdoors.
I know.
We're also living in fear every time we go outside.
But that also exists for indoors too. Let's be honest.
Yes, you're never safe. No matter where you are. With you and your wild animals. I guess I have Bobby. Bobby could take me out.
I mean, yeah. For all we know.
We talk about that a lot. But then we also talk about how the number one suspect always is like the significant other or the roommate. So that would just be silly of us.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you get caught for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Like if you ended up missing, I would immediately blame Bobby, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah. So
sorry, Bobby.
Can't be doing that.
And same goes for him too. If he ended up missing, you're my best friend, but I would blame you for murdering him. Unless you told me and we had like worked together to cover it up, then I'd help you with that. But
I would definitely give you a heads up. But then you would be an accomplice.
Just so you know, I murdered Bobby. Just a casual text one day.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
No. Yeah, it is
what
tricky.
Best friends are for, though. Like you're supposed to be able to tell your best friend and your partner, unless that's the person you murdered.
Yeah. Tricky world we live in.
Wow. Let's just hope neither of us murder anybody.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed. I need the whole story.
I'm trying to think if this happened. I feel like it's happened twice. It's happened at least once, and it was when I was on my period, and I was very dumb. Learn from me. I remember it so distinctly. I also can't speak. So
I know. It's like 7 p.m., guys.
Yeah. We're surviving, not thriving. In high school, I was in band, and we had to march for the Memorial Day parade. And it was like well known every year. The Memorial Day parade was horrible because it was like 75, 80 degrees out. We're in our like very heavy uniforms. Like they normally let us take off our jackets because like it's like known people pass out at this every year. I was on my period. I didn't eat anything. And then I was standing in this heat, and literally I was in the front row because I was like a squad leader. And all I remember is like it's starting to go black. And one of my friends, who's the drum major, started to walk in front of me. And then I like don't remember anything. And then I remember I was sitting on a chair on the side next to one of my other like good friends, and we passed out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know how I didn't drop my clarinet. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, how did this not break?
Oh my god.
Also, how embarrassing that I was like a senior and one of like the band leaders.
So did you like fall to the ground or like?
I think I started to fall forward, and up like the 3 people around me like caught me.
Oh my gosh.
Not great. Would not recommend. Oh, one other time. This is a shorter one. I was on my period and I came out of a shower that was really hot. And I like had to like lay on the ground because I did not, I was blacking out.
How did I drop my clarinet?
A very serious question.
Oh, that's
I think,
funny. I mean, it's
I
not funny,
mean-
but looking back.
looking back, it's kind of funny, but like during it, I was like, why was the shower one? I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Maybe take a less hot shower. The band one, there was many ways I could have avoided that by like eating. Literally, that's probably the number one way I could have avoided that. Yeah. Maybe drinking some water. I don't even know if I drank any water that day.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy how your body will retaliate if you don't give it what it needs.
It really should.
I've experienced the bath one before where like I've taken like a really hot bath. I love like Ross gets so mad because I like scald myself. I take a bath or a shower, like boiling water only.
Yeah.
But if I do a bath, I just sit in it and like literally boil myself for 30 minutes and I like get really faint and it's not good. I'm like a little lobster just getting all cooked up in there. Some Hannah soup.
That's so funny.
I haven't fainted though, but
how do you not just like pass out it?
I haven't yet,
Yeah.
but like I get like my head kind of hurts a little bit. I'm dizzy for a while. I like can't get dressed. I'm just like too hot. I've like just be naked for a while.
No, that was literally me at the shower. I was like sprawled out. I'm like, nothing touched me. I need to against the tile right now.
Like sweating. Even I just took a bath to like clean off, but I'm like drenched in sweat now. I don't know why I have to do that. Like it has to be hot or else it's not enjoyable.
No, I feel like that's something I've heard so much with like girls in general. Like, have you ever seen the TikToks? Another TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Where it's always like the girls, like when you feel the temperature, it's like literally on fire.
That's me. Like I'm roasting
like,
in there. My skin is like red when I get out of the shower. It's not good. I hate being cold. Fun fact about me. I hate being cold. I don't know why I live in the Midwest. Yeah. It's bad. I also shower like twice a day in the sun or in the winter because I just want to be warm. Our water bill is like way higher in the winter than it is in the summer.
You should come visit me. We don't have to pay for water, and I fully take advantage of that.
Oh, yeah. I would shower like 8 times a day if that was the case.
I do not feel upset about like long showers or like I'm not that I like wash dishes too long, but like stuff like that where I'm like, we don't pay for it. Although sometimes I wonder, I understand what gas really goes into, and I'm like, is the heat from the water contributing to our gas bill though? I feel like it is.
Maybe a little, yeah. I think so.
But we don't, you should come visit. You can shower here as much as you want.
Do a little 4-hour drive for some showers.
There's like a weekend, you're like, no, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, that's like drive in the cold for 4 hours. I'll do it to come see you, but it's not worth it for the hot shower.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians with your hosts Emily Krause and Hannah Thompson.
We appreciate you all so much for continuing to support us. In order to support us and sustain the success of this podcast, please subscribe and leave a rating and review.
If you'd like to provide us feedback for future episodes and guest stars, follow us on Instagram at the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Lastly, you can show us support by providing a monthly donation using the link at the end of our bio.
Once again, thank you so much for listening today and stay tuned next Wednesday for a new episode. Until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.